So this is just me little short video of how to fit a Garmin 67W dashcam in a 7.5 2017 Golf. To be honest, the hardest thing I found is positioning the camera, because I don't want it in my vision up here. I actually tried it up here, but this in the glass obstructs the vision. I tried to put it out wider, but because the camera has a 180-degree field of vision, it's picking this up. I even put it to the side underneath, to the side here, but it's picking this up. It blocks off the vision of the camera. So straight underneath the mirror is the best place I could find for it. And when I'm over in my driver's seat, I can barely see it. So all I've done is I've stuck that to the window and I've run the cable up into this head lining. And I used a tool like this, which is just a standard cheap plastic pry tool. Got them off eBay for a couple of quid, just to pull the head lining down a little bit while I push the wire in all the way to the side of there. To go down the door pillar, I've peeled the rubber back, got my tool in, and just levered this panel off with my fingers. Comes off dead easy. Didn't take it out at this side. At the windscreen side, never took it out, only this side, and I threaded it, the wire, behind the airbag. You see the airbag and there's a gap down the side, just push it behind, instead of laying it over the front. It then appears, if you can see, it's bad light because it's so sunny. The wire comes out here, so I took this panel off again with my pry tool, just pops off on 3 clips. Pop this little panel off, pulls out with your fingers, that one, easy. Once you've done that, there's a hole straight through to the fuse box, and to get to the fuse box there's 2 clips up here somewhere. I want to find them. There's one. Just push them. Push them with some force. I should have took that out of there first. That on a Mark 7 pushes down. You pull it out. I'm going to put it back in there where it belongs. So here's my cable coming in. And this has got parking mode, this dash cam. So I need a live and a switched live. The switch live's easy. That yellow fuse there is the cigarette lighter sockets. One in the boot, one in the centre console. So I'm going to tee off there. This is just temporary. I've got one of these add-in fuses now. I'm going to do it properly now. So that's set up with a 3 amp fuse for the dash cam. And I'll pull that yellow fuse out and put it in there. All I did there at the minute was wrapped it around the leg. The other fuse for the permanent live, these fuses along the top are permanent lives, and I picked the last 10 amp one. Only reason I did that was because I saw someone else on YouTube had done it. All these fuses here, these ones are switched lives with the ignition. And so is this yellow one. So that yellow one's out of position, I didn't know, but out of position with these other 3. That's because it picks up a switch live in that position for your cigarette lighters or your 12 volt outlets. If you moved it up one position and put it in line with them ones, it still feeds you 12 volt outlets, but it makes them permanently live. So I'm now going to add a fuse onto here, and I'll start the video again in a second when I've done it. So this is the other adder fuse attachment, crimped through to the switched accessory wire of the dash cam. I've now got two fuses in there. That yellow 20 amp one was the existing cigarette lighter fuse. The purple one is the fuse that's going to go to my dash cam. The only other thing you've got to be careful of is when you put it back in the fuse holder to put it in the right way up. So I've got my digimeter here. Got my digital meter. And I want to put one leg onto that earth bolt in there. Can't see for the sun. And I'm going to tap on them. There's no voltage there. So put that somewhere easier. There. And I'm going to go in that one. Couldn't show that with on my hands, but I went from the earth to this pin here and it showed 12 volts. So I know that this add-in fuse, this outer leg here has got to go to the live. So the first one of the switch live went in that way. This one's got to go in upside down. And that goes into turn the ignition off first. Upside down. Goes in there like that. Now all I'm going to do is tape all these wires up out the way. I'll make sure they're not catching on anything. Oh, it should be alright there. Put in that gap. Put the glove box back up. Clip on there. The glove box just pushes back up. That should be it all done. I'm going to take the car for a little run, make sure it's all working. Simple as that. Two wire, oh, it was actually three wire. There's two connected to the fuses, and when I had this panel off here, there's a bolt behind there. I took the earth wire under, just nipped the earth wire under the bolt to the chassis. But other than that, it's an absolute doddle to do yourself. So I'll try and put some footage on to see what the quality is like, but easy.